Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to our videos if you haven't joined us before. My name is Sarah. In today's video we're going to talk about viral content like memes or viral videos and how they relate to viruses like COVID-19. So we're going to go ahead and watch a little bit of Steven's video. In Steven's video he discusses how he created code to create viral videos and why videos that go viral, videos that are popular in that way, can help us actually fight COVID-19 and its effect on our communities. In this video, we're going to dig more into that concept of viruses and viral content. What makes them the same? What makes them different? We're going to learn a little bit more about how viruses affect us in our bodies and also how viral content can spread as well. Before we get started with Steven's video, it might be familiar to you that the reason we call things going viral, like a meme's gone viral or this video a viral video, things like that, because content like that spreads much like a virus spreads. From one person to 5 more people, from those 5 people to 5 more of them each, or an exponential growth. But there are other similarities too that we're going to explore here. So I'm going to let Steven start us off and then we'll discuss it in a little more detail and break it down. All right.
Using metaviral videos against COVID-19 is a little bit like fighting a real-life virus with a digital one. Here's the anatomy of a metaviral video. Much like a virus, there's a capsule and some form of a hook. That outer material is created by the main video content. If comedian John Oliver were to create such a viral capsule, it would likely have more virality than ones created by me. Almost as much virality as achievable by this hamster salesperson. Inside the medium of the viral capsule, though, is a message, which comes in part from the video content embedded inside the capsule. The medium carries the message and injects it into the brains of, well, who? Anyone interested in the medium.
All right, so let's go ahead and break that down. So here's our virus, and our virus is moving around in the world, very, very small, a lot smaller than this. It's got a capsule and it's got kind of like hooks or landing gear. When this virus finds a little spot for its landing gear or its hooks to land onto, like your body inside your system, then it's going to let go this inside. It's going to release some code. So here we got some code that it's going to release, and it's going to inject that actually into a human cell, a cell into your body. Now, the cell is doing already a bunch of stuff. It's got a bunch of code itself, telling it to build things that your body needs, produce hormones, produce whatever it needs that your body needs to run normally. And this virus injects its bit of code, just tags onto the end. Then what your cell does is, while it's making the things it needs to make, like a candle, sends that off into your body, like another candle, like a pencil sharpener. It's making those things, send them off to your body. It goes runs all those lines of code inside your body. It comes onto this little piece of code that the virus injected, and it goes, yeah, okay, I'll do that too. But when it runs that code, what it creates is another virus. It's another virus with another set of landing gear, another capsule, and another code included inside that. And then it does that not once, not twice, but a lot. It creates a lot of those. And those can go off to find other bodies, other places to land, other cells in your own body and other bodies in order to keep creating and replicating itself. Here's a cool virus fact. So we can get sick from viruses. We can also get sick from bacteria. One of the main differences between bacteria and viruses is viruses are not living the way we think of living. Even bacteria, things as small as bacteria, need to eat. They need to breathe. They need to intake energy to create energy somehow. Viruses don't work like that. They actually don't need to eat and intake anything. So they're kind of the closest thing we have to like biological machines in our world, which is super cool, also a little bit scary. So when a virus is in our system, we have lots of viruses all the time. Actually, the best viruses we don't even notice. Our body keep running their lines of code and keep replicating, and our body doesn't notice. But when we do notice, that's because the virus is not working the best way it can. It's because it's replicating too much maybe. And our body starts to notice and our body fights back with our immune system. That's actually when we start to feel sick, when we start to get that sore throat or that cough, that sneeze, that fever, is actually our body fighting against this virus replicating inside of our cells. Now this might sound familiar. We also use the term virus when referring to computer viruses. Right? So a computer virus as well has a capsule, might come in an email or an image or a website. It also will release some code, literal code, into our computer system. It can also replicate and send out to other computers. And these viruses, when they get into our computer, they start running their code. We tend to also see symptoms like our computer running slower, doing things it shouldn't be doing, other programs starting up, no longer being able to do all the things it used to do. Kind of like our body starts to shut down a little bit when we get sick with a virus. So let's take this metaphor back to viral content, memes, videos, things like that. What Stephen is saying is this case on the outside, the hooks, the content, are what we find entertaining. Just like that virus is using that landing gear and that hooks to get into our system, viral content, that's the entertainment. That's what catches our attention, that 10 things you never thought you knew about blank, whether it's an article or a video or a meme, whatever, the entertainment we can kind of think of as the shell. So here's the question, what is this on the inside? What's that line of code when it comes to viral content? That's what Stephen says is the message. Now this message is what gets into our brain, what we learn from it. It might be something conscious, like there are some viral videos going around with very clear educational content. Learn something new about this animal, about this subject, about history, about politics, about what's going on in our world. Really obvious learning content. That's along the lines that Stephen's talking about, these messages that we can get that embed themselves in our code. And then when we share the video with somebody else, when we send that, we're also sharing that message inside. But are all these messages good things? Sometimes they're nothing at all. Sometimes it might just be the only thing you learned from that video, or gosh, hamsters are cute. Maybe in another video you learned something really positive, as we're talking about. Sometimes there's things kind of hidden in there that we don't necessarily like. A lot of companies try to market using viral content. They're trying to get their brand name out there. They're trying to get you to buy their product, spend money in that direction. Is that necessarily wrong? No, not necessarily, but it helps us if we know that's what the code is that they're trying to embed, they're trying to put into our minds. There's also stuff that is less innocent. Maybe it's false information that is inside that content. Maybe it's even something as strong as like stereotypes that it's enforcing or conspiracies that are going around. There's lots of information that can get embedded in our systems when we're not noticing it. How can we defend ourselves from this? From getting content that we don't want to know, messages we don't know, code we don't want embedded in our brain? Well, the easiest way to know is with knowledge. If you're looking for that, if you're looking like, hey, this is a cute, funny video, and then you just take an extra second to look at it and be like, is there anything else to that video? Is there anything that this video is teaching me that I maybe don't want to be taught? Is there anything I'm learning that I don't want to learn? Anything that I wouldn't want to pass on to other people for them to learn? Sometimes it's as simple as doing a fact check. This video said this. That was really funny, but is it true? Doing a quick Google search, things like that. So we have human viruses that can be kind of innocuous and unnoticeable to very, very bad, giving us symptoms and sicknesses and even hurting our bodies so much that we can't recover and that we die. We have computer viruses, which range from bad to worse. I don't even know if there's I can't even imagine something as a good computer virus. But we have viral content, which can range from very, very good, very, very positive, something that spreads around that changes people's lives for the better, teaches them something new, and spreads education and knowledge and positive energy throughout the world, to very, very bad content that spreads misinformation, conspiracies, stereotypes, to people without them even noticing or realizing that that's what they're learning from this material. So just think about what you're sharing, what might be embedded in that, whether you're sharing something in person, like food or a handshake, what might be hidden in that, especially now, right? Or in the content that we share online. All right, that's my video for today. I hope you learned a lot more about viruses like COVID-19 and viruses like that meme that you just shared yesterday. And we'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe.